And you know, we were speaking about apologies too. What do you think about Puff? Wow, his situation.
Well, when you said apologies and then you went to Puff, it made me think of his apology and just the way his face looked and all of this type of shit, like the way he's looking off.
Did you ever did you know him?
I was up, yeah.
No.
He was like, up. Just the way it's crazy.
What do you really think about that situation?
I mean, you know, a lot of us have fucked with Puff for a long time. Like, you know what I mean?
For
like,
real?
as far as just what he symbolizes and just.
What do you mean? Like, to me, I feel like he brought out the best rapper in the world.
He also got if you think that he's the best rapper in the world, he also helped get him killed by his actions. You know what I mean? By you know what I mean? By having to move a certain way. You know they shouldn't have been over there having no fucking party in LA in that climate, having them doing any kind of fucking promotion or some shit over there. So what? You had a new album out. You didn't have to go to LA. The fuck was that about? I'd have been like, nah, big, you can't. And now you want to go to fucking the parties at the fucking whatever center. Get the fuck out of here,
And they're saying
man.
that he didn't even want to go to that shit.
So anyway,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? He also, Puffy is more responsible for, you know, corrupting hip hop with the shiny suit type of angle. You know what I mean? The whole, yeah, come on. He's the one that tried to put the Locks, one of the greatest hardcore rap groups. He tried to put them in a shiny suit in an effort to think that they was going to sell records the way he would have liked them to sell, like a Mace and all that type of shit.
Got it.
Like, and that was crazy. Like, you know what I mean? He was one of the first ones to, he's not no real rapper, but fuck it. I'll let niggas write my shit and I'm going to rap. Like,
Nah, there was people doing that before him.
What?
JD, no?
JD?
Jermaine
No, I
Dupri?
think JD writes raps, I think.
Oh, shit.
I think he was writing crisscross shit. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He writes.
Oh.
But I'm saying, what executives did you know before that was like
Really all...
rapping and having people write rap and
All
getting
the
on records,
videos.
all in the videos, like serious, more than just singing. He was rapping on these fucking joints.
Right.
Like,
Oh, shit.
like he started a lot of that, just making it cool. Even though, yes, some people did have writers back in the days, but it wasn't as known and it wasn't as accepted. It was more, hush, hush, you know, such and such wrote this, but we ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna put it on Front Street. Run DMC wrote shit for the Beastie Boys and all that, but it wasn't put on Front Street at that time.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
he was one of the people that helped make it acceptable to have writers and shit, to just be an entertainer and not necessarily an MC. You know what I mean?
They saying that he wasn't even from Harlem or something. Is that true?
He's from Mount Vernon, B.
No, he's not.
He grew up in Mount Vernon, B. I'm telling you, I'm from New Rochelle. I used to see him in Mount Vernon back in the days, Mount Vernon high school parties, shit like that.
So what?
Now, he might have been born in Harlem or some shit like that, or, you know what I mean? I was born in the Bronx.
Oh.
Okay? But I don't, when people say, where you from? I say New Rochelle. Why? Because I was when I moved from the Bronx, I was like a year and a half years old or some shit
Got
like
it.
that.
Got
You
it.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, I was
In Korea,
born in the
and I was
Bronx.
born-
And even when we lived in New Rochelle and my mother had two more babies after me, two sons after me, she still would drive to the Bronx to have the babies
Oh.
at the same hospital. They wanted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just,
they
they wanted to have it at that hospital.
right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Got it.
Because she grew up in the Bronx and all of that type of shit. But where I grew up at is New Rochelle. Now, if I came out and was ashamed of where I was from and all that, and You know what I mean?
Yeah, then you
Want to
the
look
Bronx.
super cool. I'll be like, yo, I'm from the Bronx, yo. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So,
So you saw him
I
in
ain't never
Harlem?
did. Nah, I
I
seen
mean,
him
you-
in Mount Vernon.
Oh,
and he
shit.
was just one of these regular dancing, you know what I mean? Spinning on the floor. Not break dancing either. I mean, like, you know, that kind of like, I can't even explain it. Like,
But then,
like, yeah, like that dancing where, what was those niggas? Like IOU dancers, shit like that. You know who the IOU dancers were?
Nah.
Okay, well, they was a popular dance crew back in the days and shit. You know what I mean? But this was after breakdancing. There used to be dance crews that,
was
you know, it's
after
more.
breakdancing.
Yeah, this is after breakdancing. So this is more like a freestyle type of.
Got it.
Yeah. So they all would just be in a circle and then every man would go in and do some shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
seen that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
So he was one of those type of guys.
Got it.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
But you can't discredit that just because he was.
no, I'm just saying that's who he was. Like, you know,
Right.
he was far from a tough guy. Like, you know what I mean? And it just seems like later on,
Got it.
you know,
I see.
once you get money, people are able to posture themselves in many different kind of ways.
Right, and he's
You know
around
what I'm
street
saying?
dudes after that.
Yes.
And then hip hop turned into street.
Yes. And so now if you got the money and you got the power to move people around,
Got it.
he had a dude named Wolf, rest in peace,
Got
that
it, right.
used to be around him. Then, you know, Wolf was a real street dude from where? Mount Vernon. Like, nigga, if you
word.
was from Harlem, why you ain't have a bunch of Harlem dudes around you? He had all these Mount Vernon dudes around him. Young Guns, all that type of, you know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here. From Mount Vernon.
So do you believe that there's the situation like that they're claiming right now, the accusations, like, you know, the sex rings and do you think he's gay?
I mean, from what I could see, first of all, I've heard rumors for a long time.
That he was gay?
Yes.
Oh.
That he
shit.
fucks with dudes and girls type of shit.
What
you know
the
what I mean?
fuck?
For a long time, I heard shit like that. And that's just some back industry shit. It's just like certain people, when they don't have certain morals or where they're willing to do anything to get on, you know what I mean? I think he
And
was
he
one
was
of
one of
those.
those?
I think he was one of those dudes that was willing to do anything to get on type of shit. Like, do you remember there was a video with Dougie Fresh and Puffy was, it's party time tonight. And they was in the street in Harlem and they was, you know what I mean? Puffy's in that video dancing, but he's also like, in that video, he's like the Farnsworth. He's holding like a jacket, I think, for Dougie Fresh
shit.
type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, tell you, look this shit up.
What?
He's holding a jacket for Dougie Fresh and maybe he even like holds it up and puts it on him, a type of shit. Or,
Got it.
you know what I mean?
Right. Like the
He was
Farnsworth.
willing to do anything to get on type of shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Like, listen, I'll be a dancer. I'll be a fucking, you know, I'll be a valet. You know.
Wow.
And then he fell into the, hey, I'll work at the record label. You know what I mean? Like, he just seemed like he was down to do, you know what I mean?
You know any stories?
So that type of,
Damn, bro.
that type of shit.
Damn, Lord.
All right, I told you I was going to give you a quick story, right?
Right.
That I never, this is a quick Puffy story. To me, this was the mark of when I felt like, you know, when they say, don't let it go to your head, no. Like, this is when I felt like shit was really went to homie's head. And I don't even think this was during Bad Boy times yet, was it?
What year was that?
I'm trying to remember what year this was. Because he still could have been on some Uptown Puffy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Uptown MCA. Which was still, you know, he's fucking with Jodeci and all that type of shit.
Got
And
it.
so
That's really early.
yeah, but he's definitely,
Because what? Biggie came out like, what, 93? 90?
I feel like this might have been during our first album. So I don't think this was any kind of Biggie shit. I feel like this was during our first album.
Mm-hmm.
We're out in LA. We're at this party at the Palladium. This spot is, I don't think the Palladium's open anymore, but this was the Palladium with some shit back in the days. It's in Hollywood, actually. This was in Hollywood.
Oh, shit.
So it was some big hip hop affair that was going on. And there was mad fucking people there, like mad different rappers from the East Coast, West Coast, fucking, I remember like Booyah Tribe was in the house, fucking, I feel like Tribe was there, fucking, bunch of people was there, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Puffy was there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess on some uptown shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the time, you know, I'm messing with a lot of broads at this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know. Even though I might have a girl that, you know, my son's mother or whatever at the time or whatever.
Right.
And she ended up finding out a lot of this shit anyway. So this ain't no
nothing
news.
new. Right.
Yeah, so, but I had a lot of fucking broads at this time, right?
Got it.
You know? And to be quite frank, before all this rap shit even started, I had a lot of broads, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot.
Mm.
Like a lot. Right? So
I think I know where you're going with this.
So we're in this party.
Yeah.
And boom, I see this girl, this model girl that I'm lightweight fucking at home. Like I might have just started fucking this girl.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But she's not my girl or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I knocked her down a couple of times, right?
Yeah, you seen her around.
So, but when I see her out in LA,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay. Some back home, you know, that's like, so if all else fails, I got this bitch that I already knocked off. She's here right now. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, because that's how a nigga was back in the day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't going to be like, oh, she's here. Hey, come here. And cuff her ass. I was thinking, I got a definite backup plan. That's here.
Fire.
I got an import. That's like an import.
Fire.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And without trafficking her, I didn't bring her out here. You know what I mean? She's out here on her own type of shit. Right?
Yo, shit.
Boom. So I'm like, you know, I take notes. So I'm floating around the party, right?
Right.
Then at some point, and I'm telling you, this is when I knew he lost his mind. Puffy comes up to me. He's Puffy at this time.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I'm not going to say her name or whatever, but he's like, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, I told homegirl to go with you tonight.
Yo, Jamar, stop playing, Jamar. Stop playing.
Bro, he tried to play me right in that moment. So he lightweight trying
How's he trying to play you?
He trying to let me know I'm fucking the bitch too, if you didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm the one that got the power.
Right.
Because I told her to go with you.
Got it. But did you get all that right there when he said that?
Absolutely. And I'm looking at him like he's crazy. But at the same time, I don't want to look at him like, because, yeah, I am a little surprised, that you even know. Okay. Cool.
Right.
You know,
I thought he would throw you off guard when he said
I
that.
mean,
Like, what
I
the
was,
fuck,
but
motherfucker?
nigga, never let him see you sweat.
Right.
Never let him see you sweat.
Copy.
So I just kind of looked at him and I was probably like, yeah, all right. Like, and then I just walked away.
You walked away.
I walked away and I walked away from the bitch. I didn't fucking,
Oh.
I didn't say nothing to her.
Right.
I didn't fucking never call her again in life. What I did was I went, got on my Grizzly,
Yeah.
found me a badass model chick that was in there that night.
Yeah.
And went back to her crib.
Right. Yo.
But at that moment, like when he said that to me, you got to understand, like, I'm the king of beers. Like, in my mind, I'm the king of all of these, bro. Like, how dare you come to me and think that you got more power over a broad than me? Nigga, if I wanted to have her, she would be mine.
Right.
This was casual. This was casual.
Right. I like that.
But the fact that you feel like I told her to go with you,
Yo.
as if you wanted to take her, that there'd be nothing I could do about it. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't have the proper rap, or my dick game wasn't to the point where.
Right. Yo, that's good.
But see, and so I say that to say, look how he tried to be controlled at that time, and he wasn't even a fucking billionaire at this time.
Got it. And imagine
he's talking about, I told her to go with you. So now you get more money and more power. Now, yo, I told her to suck your dick. I told him to do
whatever. Got you. It's nasty work, bro.
It's nasty work. But that's something like that kind of lets me know, just psychologically, where you coming from. And power has got you drunk to the point where you think you're more powerful than powerful people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Like,
some people say,
like, pound for pound.
Some people say that, nah, like, he got sued by this Ciroc company, so like the white people.
Yeah, that could be true. That could be true. That could be true. He could have overstepped his bounds.
Wow.
He could have said to the Ciroc people, yo, telling her to go with you tonight. I'm telling her to go home with you tonight, Ciroc. Mr. Ciroc. Mr. Ciroc, like, what?
Yeah, you not comfortable. You comfortable, crazy.
Like, yo, you getting crazy out here, bro.
Right.
Like, that's how I felt. Wow. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah, I felt like he lost his mind. So I could see that might have been the actual point that he lost his mind. Actually,
wow.
We probably could rewind it and pinpoint it to that moment.
Wow.
Where he fucking approached me with that shit. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.